Hey guys, it's Mrs. Bernabo. I miss you guys so much that I decided to do my own math chat with you today so I could get you ready to stretch your brains and learn to compare fractions with the same denominator. So if you check out my fraction that I wrote here, you can see that I gave you a quick reminder that your numerator is your number on the north, so in this case 2, and the denominator 3 is the down number. So thinking back to what we talked about last week, you know that the denominator tells you the total number of parts in your picture or in your set. So in this particular candy bar, it is broken into 3 equal sized pieces, and the picture has 2 shaded, so that could mean that I have 2 of the 3 pieces still remaining. So this is 2/3 of my candy bar, and we're going to go ahead and use that to compare other fractions with same denominators. So if your parents have already printed out for you your chart like this, we're going to be using this to help you compare. Another great tool that you have that can help you compare is just making a picture. Sometimes it's also great to cut these out and use them as manipulatives. We have some at school, but I didn't think to send them home with you. So unfortunately, we'll have to rely on pictures in our brain and our computers to print out the charts for us. Anyway, I want you to imagine here for a second that I wanted to compare having 2 out of 6 to having 3 out of 6 pieces. And as you can see, I have 6/6 here in green, and sorry about the glare, and that is equal to 1 whole, which is red at the top. So if I was comparing my 2/6 to the 3/6, you probably can tell that 3/6 is bigger because 3 takes up more space and is longer than the 2/6 that are shown over here. It would have been great if I cut it apart for you to show you up underneath the number 1. So I went ahead and made myself a picture instead so I could show you and prove to you that 3/6 is greater than 2/6. So here's my picture. I have my 1 whole. Underneath it, I went ahead and drew 6 bars, all divided up into as equal as I could size pieces. And then underneath that, I have 6 again, and this time I wanted to have 3 out of 6 shaded so that I could compare 2/6 to 3/6. Now remember, when you're comparing, you've been practicing for a long time using greater than, less than, or equal to. And you can tell by my picture that having 2/6 is going to be less than having 3/6. So I would use a less than symbol to make this picture match my answer. One other little saying that they gave us, something to think about, is obviously the number 3 is bigger than the number 2. So since I knew my denominator was the same for this question, I could think about having 3 out of 6 wouldn't be more than having 2 out of 6 because 3 is more than 2. The message on this poster says, if the denominators are the same, compare the numerators. If the parts are the same size, the more parts of a whole you have, the bigger the fraction is. So in this example, you can see they had 1 out of 4, I guess barely shaded in light gray, and 3 out of 4 shaded in the dark gray. And 1/4 is definitely less than 3/4, as you can tell by the picture. So anyway, there is also a Khan Academy video posted for you in Google Classroom, so you can explore that as well. And I gave you a quick quizzes activity to practice comparing those fractions. I'd like you to please make sure you notice that they drew out the fractions to help remind them, because next time we talk, we are going to be comparing fractions that have a different denominator. And as you can tell by our chart, just a sneak preview, it might be a little different if we have 1/2 compared to like 1/10, that red one compared to the blue one. So today we're focusing on the denominators being the same, but next time we talk, we're going to have these divided up into different number of pieces. They won't all have the same denominator or total number of parts to their whole. All right, thanks for watching. Have a great day.